Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Genuine Kid Podcast. Got another episode for y'all. This one is going to be dedicated to all my beautiful women out there. But before I start, you know how I start. I start by thanking God for all He has done for me and what He will continue to do for me. And not only me, my family, and for everyone out there. I want to explain why I always get into that first. Because me thanking God, because He is the one that got me here. He's the one that gave me inspiration about doing a podcast. He is the one that wakes me up each and every morning, every day. He does so much, and sometimes I feel like I don't praise Him enough. So that's the least I can do. Even though I feel like He's deserving of a lot more. But let's get into it. Women. One of the greatest gifts from God. Just take a moment and think about it. I know it because I was raised by two strong women, and I've had some very strong women in my life, aunties, some friends, some relatives. I just been all my entire life, I've been surrounded by some really strong women. And like I just stated before, one of the greatest gifts from God is a woman. And you might be asking, like, why does Keelan feel that way? And I'm going to tell you. Women can give birth to a child. Only women can do that. Not men. Women. Women can nourish a baby from her breast because their bodies produce milk. Only women can do this. I think that's so amazing. When I see my wife for the first time breastfeeding my son, it almost made me cry because it was just so amazing that I was seeing that on a regular basis, breastfeeding him. And I seen how attached my son was to his mother. And he looked forward to that breast milk. I just thought that was amazing. Really amazing. So, getting back into women, and it's like, women can do so many things. And I feel like to some degree, most women are devalued. And I don't think that that's right. Some women are abused. And I also don't think that that's right. Women should be put on a pedestal. And they deserve to be there. Because women help men. Think about it. It's an old saying that says, behind every man, there's a strong woman. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Because my wife is prime example of that. Prime example of that. Just to get into my wife real quick. My wife has helped, molded, and guided me along my journey and making me a better man than I already was. And most women are capable of doing that, but we don't give them enough credit. They're capable. But what I also think is that they need to be around a good man to bring a lot of those qualities out, because they're there. They just have to have the right man to bring all of those qualities out and help and mold and do all that stuff and cook and do all these things. I think it's there. But I feel like, and I've heard this from women personally, that they don't want to do wifely duties to a person that doesn't deserve it. And I understand that. Again, another personal story. I had a friend that was doing those wifely duties and was tired of it because she felt like she wasn't, what word am I looking for? He didn't deserve it and he wasn't appreciative of it. So she said, Keelan, I'm done. The next person I meet that I do wifely duties for will be my husband. And that's it. And she goes on to say the things that she was doing, and that was cooking, cleaning, just doing a lot of different stuff that she felt like he wasn't deserving of it. And I felt her. Like, I can't say that I understand at the time, but she was telling me this, but I get it. So I just want all the women to know out there that I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. And I understand to a certain degree how y'all feel. Maybe not completely, but like I said, to a certain degree, I understand how you feel. And some of the things that you go through. I remember that when I was growing up, my dad had met this woman, and she was very strong. And she was around my dad for a long length of time. So I embraced her like a mother. I looked at her like a mother. The only thing I didn't do was call her mom, but she was the epitome of a woman. I mean, not of a woman, but of a mother figure to me. So as time went on, I saw my dad abuse her, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. And I remember just wanting to help her, because back then, even though I was young, I knew that a man wasn't meant to put his hands on a woman. I knew that. I might not have been fully understanding of it, but I knew that it was wrong on all levels, because I seen her crying, and I seen her in pain and agony. And that at one point, I wasn't old enough to defend her. I couldn't do anything. I wasn't physically capable of doing anything. So I didn't. We talked about it, and she would, cry to me and my brother and stuff, and I just felt so bad, and I wish it was something that I could do to help. And I remember over time, as I got older, one time my dad went to hit her, and I protected her. Now, I know that I couldn't whoop my dad. I knew my dad's a very muscular guy, big guy. I knew I couldn't whoop him, but I defended her. I said, stop putting your hands on her. And I, attempted to get in front of him so he couldn't hit her, right? So my dad got mad at me, and he was like, you supposed to be protecting me, not her. She's a woman. And I said, even though she's a woman, she doesn't deserve this, and there's nothing right. And I don't want to get into the details, but just to share a little bit, me and my dad got into a physical altercation about that. But like I said, I wanted to protect her at a very young age. Before I could understand that was a man's job, I wanted to. In that brief moment, I did. I stood for something. And I stood to protect her as a woman. And any good man should be doing that for his woman or any woman that he comes in encounter with. I truly believe that. So to my woman, just listen to that. Like, a man supposed to do that for you, protect you. And now I'm only telling that story because a man is supposed to protect you. And at the time, I wasn't even fully a man yet, but I was a young man growing up to be a man. You know? And I just want y'all to know that you are beautiful. All my women out there, you're beautiful. No matter, despite what nobody says, you're beautiful. And I don't think that a lot of women hear that enough, that you're beautiful. And I'm going to say it, all the women out there, you're beautiful. And I don't think that a lot of women out there are appreciated enough. And I'll be the first one to say it. You are appreciated. Like, I see women so much out here in the world and having a business and doing so much. I remember I was getting on the bus and I saw this woman, and she had a few kids, and she was getting them on the bus. And she was struggling a little bit, and I wanted to help, and I didn't do anything. I just sat there, but I saw that she had it under control. Like, I seen it. She had it. She put the baby carriage in. She had it under control. But in my mind, I'm like, maybe I should help her. She was strong. And she had, like I said, a few kids, and she got them on the bus, secure, safe on the bus, and they sat and they enjoyed the ride. But when I saw that, I was like, wow. She might have needed help. She might have didn't. But I knew then that small glimpse was like, she's a strong woman. In this situation, to have done all that, and to me, it seemed like she might have been struggling, but to her, it was like, I got this. Like I do this. I've done this. I got this under control. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, cool. But my natural instinct is to always help. You know, I'm always trying to help. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a gift from God. You know, but she had it under control. And I remember I used to ride the bus every day, and I used to just come encounter with so many women, and we used to just have conversations. And a lot of women used to tell me things like, men need to be appreciative of women, because I don't think they are. And they would tell me stories about them being, physically abused and stuff like that. And I was like, wow. Like, why does a man feel the need to put his hands on a woman? Why is that? A long time ago, my auntie told me, if you ever are in a situation that you feel that you need to put your hands on a woman or vice versa, you shouldn't be with them. Because she said, I'm going to tell you one thing. If they do it once, they will do it again. And they're just waiting on an opportunity to do it again. And that goes for my woman out there and my man out there, vice versa. Because I've been through similar situations. So it's just not right to ever put your hands on somebody. Especially not a woman or a male. I want to make that clear. It's not right. Even if you feel like they deserve it, it's not right. It should never get physical, you know? And coming from seeing this stuff from experience, I just don't think that's a good thing. So my woman out there, you don't deserve to be physically abused by anybody. Physically or mentally. You don't deserve that. No woman ever deserves that. And if any man is treating you that way, then you need to leave. No matter how hard it is, you need to leave. Because you have so much potential to do so much more and be with somebody that'll treat you so much better. And I'm going to go into a quick scripture. That's what I want my woman know out there, that you don't seek a man. A man seeks you. In the scriptures, it says, not to get biblical real quick, but it said, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. He who finds a wife. So he should be finding you, not the other way around. I want to let my woman know that. He should find you. And just, give him a chance. Give him a chance to all my woman out there. The next guy you might meet, and, give him a chance. You never know where it might take you. I know that's easier said than done because of what you've been through in your past or whatever it is, but get a guy a chance. You never know how things can turn out. You never know. And I, again, want to say that I appreciate all the women out there. I want to make that very, very clear. I appreciate everything that you've done and everything that you will continue to do. Because if it wasn't for women, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. My mom and my dad played a part in it, but my mom birthed me. And with the Lord, helped bring me into this world. And I'm grateful for that. And that's a blessing from God and a blessing from a woman. I believe that. So I just want y'all to know that. I deeply, from the bottom of my heart, want y'all to know that. And don't never settle for less. Any man that can't treat you right, don't settle for that. I'm a woman out there. Don't settle for that. Don't settle. But you give the right man a chance. I'm going to say that again. Give the right man a chance. I could go all day talking about this, and because there's so much stuff on my mind about this situation. But I want to say another thing. Women are amazing. Say it again. Women are amazing. I remember I was young, and I remember the first song I heard that was dedicated to a woman, but it was his mother, and it was Tupac. And again, I'm young, I don't really understand the lyrics, but I'm bobbing my head to it, and then as I got older, I understand the lyrics, and it was just amazing. He's talking about his mom, but she's a mother, and the song was Dear Mama, and it was just deep, and it always resonated with me because some of the lyrics in the song I could relate to. And in the portion of the song, I say the blacker the better, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh, and the sweeter the joint. Again, I holler to my sister's on welfare. Tupac cares if don't nobody else care. I'm paraphrasing, but that was but when he was saying that song, it was it was just the lyrics that really grasped my attention, and I'm like, okay, And that whole song was just really dedicated to his mom. And it just always like resonated with me and my mother and my grandmother and all the women that was in my life that was trying to help me and mold me into the man that I am today. It just resonated with me. You know, we give one day a year for mothers. One day a year. But I think that they should be celebrated a lot more. A lot more. To the women, mothers, women out there. It should be celebrated a lot more. Again, and it's coming from somebody that was raised by two women. Typically, that doesn't happen often, but it happens. So, a lot of my sensitive side comes from that, being raised by two women. And when I was growing up, I didn't like that, but my grandma said that's okay. But again, all my women out there, I just want to let y'all know that y'all are appreciated. If did nobody ever tell y'all that, I'm gonna tell y'all that. Y'all are appreciated. I love y'all, and I wish nothing but the best for y'all. And I just want y'all to continue to prosper and do everything that God has planned for you. Because again, if it wasn't for you and God, no person will be here on this world. Just think about that. How deep that is. I'm putting it into perspective. Just think about that. If we had no women to produce children and from God, there'll be no us. And I just wanted to really, say that, and just keep pushing. No matter, to my women out there, no matter what you go through, no matter what you encounter, just keep pushing. Redefine the odds. Just keep pushing. To my women out there, just keep pushing, doing the right thing, putting God first. Just keep pushing. Because I see y'all. I see it daily. Just do everything your heart desires. That's all I want. And again, I just want to say thank each and every one for listening to my podcast. Everything that I say, everything that comes out of my mouth is genuine, and it comes from my heart. And I just want y'all to know that. Thank you for listening, and I'll see y'all on the next episode.